5:50 on this Thursday morning. This is your morning in 8 minutes. Tragedy overnight in the Tennessee River after a man drowned. It happened at Suttree Landing. That's on the Tennessee River just outside of downtown. Police say the man was in the water near the dock when they got there around 10 o'clock. He was taken to UT Medical Center but died shortly after arriving. Police are now looking into what caused him to go into the water.
Knox County school officials say Austin East students are staging walkouts during state testing this week. Parents say their children can't focus in the classroom while grieving the loss of 5 classmates who were shot and killed this year. Officials tell us the state will not penalize the school or the district if the students do not take the end of the year standardized test. The superintendent, Bob Thomas, sent a letter to parents saying state testing is important to track progress, but he writes not more important than students' mental health. Thomas says state officials won't pull funding for low participation.
For parents can lift this heavy burden off themselves, and students can possibly lift that heavy burden off themselves. You as a parent have the right to make choices for your child. If your child is not a good test taker or they just don't want to take the test, that's up to you.
It's also important to note students' grades won't be impacted if they don't take the test. More than 1,000 acres in the Cherokee National Forest have burned. The Long Branch fire south of Tellico Plains is almost fully contained this morning. Crews are now focusing on that Mill Creek fire in Cock County. It's about 75% contained this morning. Take a look at the smoke coming from the fire there. Today, crews will monitor all the containment lines that they worked on yesterday. So far, the fire's burned more than 600 acres. The Department of Agriculture says if you're driving through the area today, you'll probably see smoke. The department also says the coming rain could help finally put out the fire for good. More than $500 million is the weight of the Knox County Schools budget for next school year. Last night, the school board met to go over and pass the budget. It includes raises of 4% for teachers and other employees, along with more money to support school security and replacing budget cuts for magnet schools. The budget includes the creation of more than 50 positions to help with students' social and emotional well-being.
One of the big issues we have is what is the actual responsibility of the school? Are they supposed to be the social workers? Are they supposed to be the cafeteria for the kids that don't eat anywhere else? Is that what the schools are supposed to be doing?
This budget will now go to Mayor Jacobs to be included in the county's budget and is set to be in the county commission minutes for approval sometime next month. Now that the mask mandate is over in Knox County, what about the requirements for students to wear masks in schools? The County Board of Education is meeting tomorrow morning, to talk about what that mask policy will look like.
A state bill that will allow some state and local tax revenues to go towards a new baseball stadium downtown was passed. It's now heading to Governor Bill Lee's desk. It would allow Knoxville to use those taxes to build the stadium. It would cover about 30% of the proposed $65 million. And tonight, Knoxville City Council will meet in person for the first time in a year. It comes as Executive Order 78 expires across the state. The City Council will have a workshop on the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department's annual action plan. Their first in-person regular meeting will be next Tuesday. That's when Mayor Kincannon will present her budget for approval. And later on this morning, the American Red Cross will be holding a blood drive in the JCPenney Court at Westtown Mall. It all starts at 11, ends at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There are still appointments open. Head over to our website. We've got some information on how to schedule that appointment.
It is 6:54. We do want to get a look at traffic if you're headed out this morning with our Eye in the Sky Pete Michaels. Pete.
Casey, right over the top of I-40 at Palisade Parkway 75. That looks good. There are no wreck spotted for the sky. Official sunrise just moments ago. Good shape up and down Alcoa Highway for the airport. Nothing unusual in on 640. Yep. Official sunrise, a little bit hazy. Maybe some smoke in that area too, but that's about it. That's the way we see it from the sky. Have a great day, everybody. Plenty of Thursday trucks. I'm Pete Michaels, Pilot's Pilot at 6:54.
And now, your WVLT First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
Just a reminder for those of you just waking up, I did add a WVLT First Alert for this evening. The key here is there is a small risk that we could have a few stronger storms to an isolated severe storm. Slight risk means an isolated severe storm is possible. Damaging wind are the main threat here, really from about 6 p.m. to midnight. That's because it's moving west to east. I mean, it's literally the other side of the state right now. So highlighting that slight risk in a regional view, as well as that radar, you can see where that's just now moving into West Tennessee, has to cut across Middle Tennessee during the afternoon, and then arrives and is dying down as it moves west-east across our area. So just a heads up, we'll be monitoring as it develops today and then heads our way. Clouds are increasing right now because of that same system, so we're really changing our views back to mostly cloudy over the next couple of hours. Still on the warm, humid side, upper 50s to a lot of low 60s to go around this morning. Beautiful view right now, downtown Knoxville, as that sun's shining through the clouds. Overcast by midday with spots of rain. The scattered rain and storms really start picking up this afternoon. The best coverage is really from about 6 p.m. on, right? 80 degrees in the afternoon, those low 80s still, 72 at 8 p.m. So the key here is we're kind of blowing that system into town with breezy conditions today. Gusts around 20 miles per hour, occasionally a little stronger. The key here is we're going to be watching these storm cells that could try to push those winds up higher into that potential for damaging thresholds there. 9 p.m. we could see some of the stronger gusts in the valley to the Smokies. So I wanted to give you a heads up that that's what we're really watching as that cold front approaches today, moves through this evening, wraps up by midnight. All right, we'll still have some scattered rain while you're trying to sleep, but by tomorrow morning, isolated rain's left over. Now keep in mind, we've got this cold front just putting us back to normal temperatures tomorrow, but another system is set up for next week. It's actually up to the intensity for Tuesday, so I've got another first alert that I'm monitoring for you there as well. A lot coming up on WBXX.
Yeah, you're tracking a lot for us, and I also thank you for the heads up that I need to get my dog out early.
Oh, right.
Earlier, get all that energy out than later.
Go now, Dolly. This is your last chance.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today. As Heather said, we're going over WVXX. Have a good day.
If you like Zaxby's,